up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, oh,
I'd have another stream where I hang out and talk to nobody, and y'all can watch it afterwards. Like that's the thing for now, for these days, right? Um, how y'all doing? It's Friday. How has your week been? Well, okay, all right. Let me stop this nonsense. Okay, let's stop the music. Um, y'all. Okay, okay. So, anyways, let me show y'all my face real quick. Hi. I'm just here chilling in bed. That's it. That's what you're missing out on. Um. So I don't know. Why do I even go live anymore? Okay, let me see. So we're going to. I'm having trouble focusing. That's not you. Um. Let's. Okay. We're going to talk about K dramas, right? Like, so basically what had happened was, um, y'all know, at some point in time, I started watching K dramas, and since I'm watching them, I'm gonna tell you about them. That's basically my energy is like super low. I don't see my water, so I am unprepared, and we just going to do this. Okay, let me. I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm really struggling. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. What I'm doing is I'm taking the phone so that I can see a- any comments in the chat. Um, on the rare occasion that someone actually shows up, and then we can start talking, right? So, how I got into K dramas, I'm not sure. But one of the first ones I watched was this one. It's called um The Good Job, or maybe it's just called Good Job. Um, we thought that was bigger, but we lied. Can we zoom? Okay, anyway, it's called Good Job, right? So this guy is like the heir, the chairman of a conglomerate. And on the side, he's a detective, and this lady has a bakery, and shenanigans ensue. I really like that one. It was really fun. But the thing about K dramas is, like, it's not just like in one genre, it's in like three. So you're like, what cute story, let me watch it. And then it's like a horror or psychological thriller. And then you're like, okay, I guess this is what we're doing. Okay, so this is the other one, the second one I watched, and it's called Link, Eat, Love, Kill, right? And okay, so like this is giving it away, right? It's like obviously there's more to the story, but the synopsis is that this guy is an award-winning chef, and he starts being able to feel this lady's feelings. Like whenever she has strong emotions, wherever he is, he feels it. And you're like, oh, that's interesting. No, it's a psychological thriller, but it's in the meanwhile, it's like super super cute and oh, the family drama. The family drama is there hard in that one. You know, the disapproving parents and all of that. Um, okay, what's this? Oh, this is the Forbidden Marriage. I just watched season two. Season two just came out. And it's so cute. But also family drama, also psychological thriller. But yo, I love historical fiction. And so basically, there's a marriage ban in the country, and the guy in the red is the king. And this lady is a fake like psychic type, and and this guy is like a guard type. Anyway, there's a marriage ban and no one can get married until the king gets married. But the last his last wife, when he was the prince, the crown princess, she was killed, and there's like ghosts in the palace. So she comes to the palace to help him sleep because of the ghost, and shenanigans ensue. It's really super cute. And then I watched Love is for Suckers, which was it for me. That was like the end of it for me because since I watched Love is for Suckers, this guy who's in the leading role, his name is first name Shiwon, last name Choi. Um and I got really into him, and he's in an idol group, a K-pop group called Super Junior, and I'm also really into them now. And I have problems. Like I watch all their content on YouTube. It's really bad. Their fandom is called Elf, Everlasting Fan, and I'm an elf now too. Anyway, oh, I should tell about the show. So she is his friend. He is a doctor. He used to be a neurosurgeon, but stuff happened, and now he's working in a plastic surgery clinic. And she lives downstairs, and she is the producer of a dating reality show. Um, Shenanigans ensue. It's really hard to tell you all about these without like spoiling it, and I don't want to spoil any of these because these are like my favorite ones. For some reason, I don't have Descendants of the Sun in there, but it's like in my top three. So this one is actually a Chinese one. It's like a web series, so like the episodes are like less than 10 minutes. And so these two people are parents to these twin boys, and for some reason they've both lost their memory and they each have one twin. And one day they bounce up together, sister style, and they realize that they have the twins and they start living together and shenanigans ensue. But of course, there's another layer. So there's the psychological thriller of how did they come to lose their memories in the first place. um in a lot of these like Chinese ones, there's always like somebody who's in a actually that's for a lot of it. But in the Chinese one, there's always like a conglomerate person who's trying to get married and like a parent that's like keeping them apart. Okay, this one is Choco Milkshake, and I don't know if I just don't get it or if it's too artsy for me or too gay for me. I really don't know. But anyway, this one guy like runs into these two guys one day, and they're the his dog and his cat that died. They came back as human beings, and it's like my brain does not like I cannot comprehend. It's like super cute, but then like people fall in love and stuff, and I'm like, isn't that weird? Like I don't know. Oh, y'all. Oh my God. Y'all's Korean dating shows are next level. Next level. Next level. Next level. And I started watching this one show called His Man, and it's all gay men, and it's a dating show, and it's so dramatic and like really cool and super cute, and I actually really enjoyed it. There's all of them. This is Love in Contract. And actually really like her. Like I like stuff she's in. I don't have it here, but I just finished watching What's Wrong with Secretary Kim. It was super cute. So basically, she's a contract bride. Like she marries these people. Like if your family really wants you to get married and they won't give you a break, and they're like, you need to get married, she will marry you. Some of them are fake marriages. Some of them are real marriages. And shenanigans ensue except deep psychological thriller, family drama, and all of that stuff. She doesn't do bigamy. Like she marries them. If it's a real marriage, she divorces them and then she just marries other. Oh, the guy, he's like her longest paying client or something like that. This is called Yumi Cells. It was a webtoon, and now it's a show. There's 2 seasons. I think the third season is coming out soon. It's super cutesy, and I don't want to explain it. But this is my favorite guy. He was in the first season, and I really hope they get back together. Okay, this show is currently running as one of my favorites, one of my absolutely favorites. So you can search Three Bold Siblings or Three Siblings Bravely. And so there's these 3 siblings, right? Um, the oldest daughter, the middle daughter, and the youngest son. And it's about it's about their various stories of them and falling in love and stuff. So like the oldest sibling, first of all, the dad is not her dad. And so the grandma hated her. Like y'all, the family drama is deep, deep, deep. Because of watching these things, y'all, I even watched like the Korean drama awards. I have a problem. Like a serious problem. This one won awards. It really did. Um, so like she's having issues. Yo, like it's really hard to talk about these without spoiling them. So if there's anyone y'all really want to know about, you know, leave it in the comments and I can do like a review type thing. But yo, this is good. This is really, really good. And it's the weekend, so I'm gonna get 2 episodes soon and I cannot wait. Okay, so this show is called Summer Strike, and she is like an office worker in Seoul, and one day she like quits her job or gets fired, sells everything, moves to this country seaside village, and like y'all, no joke, I would love to move to a country seaside town village place in South Korea. I could live there. I, like goals. I just finished watching It's Not Okay to Be Okay. And like the whole thing is set in a seaside town. And I'm like, I know this is a mental hospital, but it has an ocean view and it seems calm. It doesn't seem like loud. And they seem to treat the patients well. So I could be there. Like, I'd be cool with that. Um, so she moves to the seaside town and shenanigans ensue. I didn't finish watching this. It's just a little too intense for me. So, anyway, next. What's this? Y'all, this is She and Her Perfect Husband. This one is Chinese. It is the cutest. It's the absolute cutest. Like, okay, like this is one highly recommend. Apparently, like I don't normally like rom coms. I thought I didn't like rom coms, but I do like rom coms if they're from the East, I guess, because like a lot of them are actually funny. Like, I haven't watched rom coms since what's her name? Katie. Oh my god, what's her name? Goldie Hawn's daughter and Matthew McConaughey and those people were Toya's hair. Hey Toya. When rom coms and those were everywhere and I was just like, ugh. And everybody was like, the notebook and I was like, ugh. Um, like the rom-coms I liked was like back in the day when they were redoing all the Shakespeare, so like 10 Things I Hate About You with like Heath Ledger and Julia Stiles. Like I like those. And then they started doing the oh my god, what's her name? Anyway, they started doing all these like Ashton Kutcher and Matthew McConaughey, and I was like, ew, these guys look like they don't shower. They look gross. They don't treat their women nice. Like it's just, But yo, I like these rom coms. So she and her perfect husband. Okay, yo. So I can set this one real nice without spoiling it. So to work, she's a lawyer, right? And so, the person that recruited her for the law firm doesn't like hiring single women. Like you can't advance your career if you're a single woman. They like to hire married women because single women get married and quit. So the person that hired her told them she was married. So y'all, she invented a whole fake husband, a fake child that's like living in the countryside with her sister. Her husband is like in finance in Canada, and she had his picture on her desk. She like wearing a Christine. Oh yes, Kate Hudson. Remember when Kate Hudson was in all these rom coms and they were not good and they were not funny? And I'm like, why are they calling them romantic comedies? Like there's no jokes. It's not funny. It's just sad. It's just like if you're a woman and you're a certain age, get married or die. Um, Kate Hudson, yes. Um, so anyway, back to she and her perfect husband. So she is like fake husband. Like she has this fake husband. She takes time off work to go hang out with her fake husband, all that stuff. And then one day she's at a company event, and unbeknownst to her, her husband, the fake husband, is there in real life. He was supposed to go on a blind date with like a coworker, but like she didn't know, and her boss runs into him, and everyone knows him because she has pictures in her office and her yes, dialogue. And her boss is like, oh, your husband's here. It takes her husband to her, and so now everyone's like, oh my god, he's real. And so now shenanigans ensue because like everyone is like, oh, your husband is here. He's in China. He's not in Canada, and like it is the cutest. It is absolutely the absolute cutest. And I can't say more without spoiling it. Okay, so this show I have like I have bothered Toya so much about because it's a dating show and y'all know how I love the dating shows. Not all of them. I refuse to watch single info. I tried to watch it, I couldn't. Oh my god. So this is called Pink Lie, right? And all of these people are in a dating show. Okay, I'm spoiling the dating show. They're in the dating show, but they've told one lie about themselves. Like some of them, the lie is their job. What, like, y'all, the levels of those lies, I'm like, is it a cultural thing? Like, one person's lie was that she was divorced and she had a child. One person's lie was that they used to do porn. One person's lie was that they were a stripper. One person's lie was that they're actually a rich kid. One person's lie was like they didn't go to college. Y'all, this show is so twisted and so much chaos. It was so much fun. I really super enjoyed this. I hope they do another season because I'm gonna watch it. But it's like weird. It's like how? Like the lies, like at least people gonna be okay to have their lies revealed on TV like this. So this is the show. I'm gonna spoiler this. This is the show. It's called The Love in Your Eyes, and this is the show that I have been bothering Toya day after day. This is a soap opera. It's a daily soap opera. It's like every day, Monday to Friday, it's half an hour long. This is the main characters. This is Yongi and Kang Jun. Yongi and Kang Jun, they're like the main characters. So the non-spoiler version is Yongi works at a convenience store, the graveyard shift, and she is a widow, and it's the story of her life. But yo, the thing about the Korean dramas is like it has so many storylines. Not Christine being sorry for Toya. Toya is nosy. Toya doesn't mind. She likes all the drama. She gets to watch the show's third hand. Okay, so the unspoiler version is Youngie is working the graveyard shift in the convenience store, and this is like the story of her life. But yo, from the beginning, it's just non-stop drama. For example, in the first episode, Youngie is like running an errand, and she tosses mop bucket water on Kang Jun. And so that's how like she meets Kang Jun in the first episode. And then she and then Kang Jun comes to work in the convenience store, but she doesn't know that actually Kang Jun is the son of the owner of the family of the convenience store because it's like a big chain convenience store. And I don't know if y'all know about those convenience stores, but they like in Korea, like they're a big deal because it's like you can just go there and you can buy like noodles and other stuff, and like they have like an area for you to eat the stuff. So apparently they're like think of like a corner store in New York level of stuff, right? But a chain. And so it's like a big family, super rich, and he comes to work undercover boss in the convenience store, and then um she she becomes an intern at headquarters, and shenanigans ensue. But there's like 500 side stories in this, right? So in this, the other like the supporting actors is Sejun. Um, Sejun is Kang Jun's brother, and Hemi is um Youngi's dead brother's cousin, right? So Hemi also works at headquarters. Hemi and Kang Jun went to school together in the U.S. Christine, it's so much. Hemi and Kang Jun went to school in the US together, and they were friends from there. And Kang Jun got her the job at headquarters. But Hemi is a spoiled bitch. Um, and Youngie lives with her in-laws. She's an orphan. She was raised by her grandma, and then her grandma died. And she got pregnant like right out of high school. And her husband was a doctor. Like he just finished med school when he was killed in a freak accident. Except like 20 episodes in, you learn it wasn't a freak accident. That Sejun had something to do with the accident, right? And then Youngi's brother-in-law Doshik is studying to become to write the like med school application um exam, except he sucks at it. He's stolen, like he used the money his family had given him for school to buy some stocks. He lost all the money. That was like so many episodes ago. He lost all the money. He has to move back home. Um, that's Doshik, right? He's the brother-in-law, and the family mistreats Youngie because they're mad because she had called him on the day she'd gone into labor, and that's the same day he died was the day she went into labor, and she has the cutest little daughter who like just turned 6 or something. Anyways, y'all, um, so that's all happening. Like she has a best friend next door who's Eunjin. So at this point in our storyline, Eunjin and Doshik are just like grew up as neighbors. But one day they got drunk and they hooked up and they were like, what the fuck? They were freaking out. And then they were like, we should do it again just in case. And they did. And now Eunjin is pregnant with twins. That's where we're at in the story, right? Except also, Sejun has just found out that his father is not his real father. Um, and his mother is plotting to keep Kangjun out of the family business. Oh yeah, and also Youngie and Kangjun have fallen in love. Their families were against it. There was like a lot of water tossing on each other. Oh, also Kangjun used to be blind as a child, and he had a cornea transplant, and so he's not blind anymore. Woo, y'all, this is my most exciting thing. Every day I look forward to watching this. I'm not gonna lie. And then I update Toya on this, and Toya doesn't know half the story because I don't update her on all of the things. But like I'll be like, so this is happening and this is happening. Anyway, yeah. Oh my god, you know this? I'm watching this and I haven't been able to finish watching this because there's so much going on in this. So in the Chinese drama, oh no, that's not. Oh, oh my god, I had forgotten about this drama. Oh, I had forgotten about this. So in this drama, right, there's like four countries and they form an alliance, and to seal the alliance, um, three of the countries every year, like each town, has to send brides to marry the princes in like the most powerful country. And like the brides don't have a choice about it. So it's the story of these brides. This one in this picture is the leading character, and this her husband, and how they come together and they adapt and they like there's a lot of shenanigans that ensue, and like some of the men are really mean. And then they start like having women's rights, saying like women are allowed to sell things because some of them are from the other countries where women can have businesses and sell things, and they start having like they own a restaurant and they start like having women selling in the market, etc., etc. Yo, this is a very oh, I only have one picture. This is a very super popular Korean drama with my favorite actor, Song Joon. Song is the family name and Joonki is the other names. And so he is in Descendants of the Sun. He's also in Vincenzo, which I haven't watched, but is also really popular. So basically, this guy works for a conglomerate family. And when the president dies, they found like this slush fund. So they send him to some like foreign country to get the fund back. And while he was getting the slush fund back, the conglomerate murdered him. And so when they murdered him, he went back and he's now in the youngest grandson's body, and it's like 1986, but he has all his memories from like 2013. And then it's just like one thing after the next to try to figure out like who tried to kill him. So much betrayal, rich family stuff. It's really good. It's like super super popular. I don't know how popular this is, but this is Alchemy of Souls. So basically, there's like a forbidden in a faraway land, far, far away, a long time ago. That's not real. Like this in the opening credits, when they have like the words going up to tell, they're like, this story takes place in Dehu. Dehu existed long ago when magic was in the earth. No one knows where it really is. Yeah, so that's like how much this is taking the fantasy to. So there's 2 seasons of this. It's a Netflix series. So basically, this one lady, she was raised to be an assassin, and like she was killing all the people with magic powers. And there's like 4 big magic families in Dehu, and this guy is from one of the families, but so the forbidden magic is like you take your soul and you put it in another body, and so she put her soul in another body, and so that's the story. That's like the non-spoiler version of the story. But the spoiler version is this guy is Jung Uk, and he was born because his father, the king, was like really sick, and the his father switched souls with the king, and the king in his father's body went to his home and like got his mother pregnant, and so technically he like could be the king because he's the king child, and I don't know how all this works out. Anyway, this is the season 2, and it's actually really really good if you like historical fiction. And um yeah, that's the main ones. This is from a while ago that I like put these together. I've watched a bunch more since then, but these are the ones like I really, really super enjoyed. So how long have I been like? Let me see. So that's the I've been live for 40 minutes. Okay, so that's the K dramas, y'all. I've been really enjoying it. I haven't watched my not K dramas in a little while. I think I'm behind on Abbott Elementary and Young Sheldon. I really wanted to stop watching propaganda for a little while. Um, Speaking of propaganda, there's this show called First Responders. That's like the Korean version of 911, and it is, oh my god, it is basically like 911 on crack. There's a firehouse which is next to the police house, and they respond to calls. Um, but of course, there's deep psychological trauma and stuff. Um, I think I'm tired now. Let me think. Oh, I could give you all updates about what I've been doing. Nothing really, because my pain was so high this week. But I found my secret stash of hidden painkillers that I've been looking for like 2 months. Um, so what have y'all been watching? Any shows y'all been watching? Y'all been really liking? Let me know if you have recommendations. Like you watch K drama, let me know. Um, Drama I've been enjoying is okay. So there's this guy. His name is Keith Lee. Um, Apparently, like the way I recognized him was he. I saw him in a Miss Shirley video. Miss Shirley is Shirley Rain. She does Beauty to the Streets, where she feeds the homeless in Skid Row and other places in LA. and she also like gives them clothes, wigs, give them beauty treatment and stuff like that. Um, so he helps her out. I know that. That's how I recognize him. So he used to apparently be an MMA fighter, and now he's a food critic. He's like has millions of followers on TikTok, and he goes to these restaurants and tries their food and reviews it. It's often like small black-owned businesses, and and they usually like have more business afterward. Bye, Christine. Have a good time at work. Play nice with the other kids. And so he like went to some food truck, and this black guy was like, it's a seafood truck, and he this black guy was like, I haven't gotten much business lately, and he was like, I'm allergic to seafood, and the guy was like, I can wash everything and give you all clean stuff and make you a burger, but I'm about to close, so if you come back tomorrow, I'll make you a burger. And so had um he got back the next day. The guy made him a burger. The burger was $8. He'd gotten like $400 through Cash App when he was helping Miss Shirley. So he gave the guy the $400. And I feel like the guy's Cash App, he posted it, and the guy got like $30,000 in like 24 hours of people donating and stuff. So like he was blowing up from that. And then all of a sudden, this lady came out of nowhere, and she's like, this guy, y'all's favorite food critic, I wanted to work with him, and he stole my idea, and everybody was like, is it Keith, is it Keith? And she wasn't saying no, and she was responding to the people that's saying, y'all, it's all y'all faves, whatever. So people were like, is it Keith? And Keith was like, let me tell y'all, this lady sent me one email of an idea she had that people have been talking about in my comments forever, blah blah blah. And then the internet was like, you do not come for Keith. He was coming for Keith. Y'all, they dragged this lady. And that's most drama report. Um that's my drama report of drama. Um that's like the main internet drama for the week. Um Also, yeah, that's the main internet drama for a week. Anyways, y'all, that's it. I'm gonna go. I'm tired and I'm thirsty, and I'm gonna go now. So anyway, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching the replay. I've been live for 45 minutes. That's good enough. Y'all have a good time, and I will see y'all.